Hi everyone, here is your weekly support video for this week. Just to, oops, reaching around, just to remind you, your reading is out of this book, and I uploaded the PDF, and then also out of this book this week. And so let's go to this week's expectations. So we are on week 3, where we're looking at cultural reciprocity. So there is, I'm going to take the video off now. There is the PDF or the PowerPoint from last night. Here is the article that you'll need to read. And then this is the essential skills for all teens that Dr. Chambliss gave to us. So you can see it's got all the different things that you can work on when you're thinking about transition with your students. So, and you can, it says teens, but you could start talking about some of these things with the families and students, even at a young age. So as this keeps loading, I'll actually let it load. Here we go. I've got self-determination, employability, health and wellness, being a lifelong learner, financial literacy. All of those things are really helpful for your students. So that's right there. I will put the link for this video right here. And then with the agenda, we went over critical reflection number 1, the lived experience, the cultural reciprocity, applying that and what it looks like. And then, as I mentioned, you'll read that article by Stoll and then Trainer, chapter 2. And then your critical reflection number 2 is due next Monday. And your parent interview, you still have 2 more weeks. So that should at least take a little weight off your shoulders. So for critical reflection number 2, you just need to describe 2 to 3 takeaways from her session, and then 1 to 2 sentences of feedback. So what you liked, what you'd like to know more about if you had any questions for her. And I will email those to her when I get them in. For the lived experience, what did you learn from your group members that was similar to your experience or your reflection, and what was different? And then for the cultural reciprocity, how can we initiate building bridges of collaboration? And then thinking about your personality and how that empowers you to build those bridges, and then also what part of your personality might inhibit you from doing this. And then I want you to describe a situation you or a teacher you've worked with has had with a student where you think that there's been value of the teacher interpreted or recommended something based on their value system that might not have gone exactly with the students. I want to know why you selected that story, what made that you or the teacher recommend that course of action, and then does your interpretation or recommendation come from your culture, and then also remember the intersectionality chart, which we went over last night. And let me just pull that up so we can have a little memory of that. And 3, there we go. So the big thing here is really kind of looking at who you are and then what you bring to the table. For the intersectionality chapter that I'm having you read, oops. Okay. Done. Sorry about that. There we go. And now let's see if we can get this open. Then for the intersectionality, I would like you to, after you read the chapter, they talk about the different parameters of strategic intersectionality, and then how the teacher's social location influences their attitude about race and racial inequality, and then what forces of privilege undermine the teacher's effort to address racism in the classroom and beyond. And then finally, the feedback is just how are you feeling about the workload for the course so far, readings, in-class activities, critical reflections, etc. And is there anything that I can do to support you at this time? All right, so here is the intersectionality chart. The bolded ones those are the common ones that you often hear about when people are talking about intersectionality. These are also other factors that might be in play. And the one on the right shows privilege and power, and then the one on the left shows power and privilege, and then the one on the left oftentimes indicates more oppressive factors and everything. So also because I added this slide late, I'm going to re-upload the PowerPoint so that you'll have this as well, which I think is useful for you. Just a reminder that if you're looking for where to upload your parent interview, it was actually in week 2 that we talked about this. And so you can find the assignment right here, and it's not due until the 26th. So if you have any questions or need a parent to interview, please reach out and I will help you with that. If you have any other questions, please let me know. I am working diligently to get everything graded from this week, and I'll let you know when all of that's there. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon. And please don't hesitate to reach out.